Shania clutched her phone tightly, staring at the screen. The message she just sent felt like a small betrayal to herself, but it was already done. Sure, totally a dog person, she typed. She knew it wasn't true. Dogs terrified her. But Nate's profile on Matchify had a golden retriever front and center, and his caption read, "Dog Dad. If you love dogs, we'll get along." There was something about his warm smile and the sparkle in his eyes that made her bend the truth just this once. When his reply came almost instantly, she felt a mix of excitement and panic. "Cool. Let's meet at Bark and Bean, my favorite coffee shop, and it's dog-friendly." Shania nearly backed out. A dog-friendly coffee shop was her worst nightmare. But the thought of another lonely Saturday night made her take a deep breath and reply, "Sounds great. See you there." The next day, Shania walked into Bark and Bean, gripping her oat milk latte like a lifeline. The smell of coffee mixed with the occasional bark made her heart race. She spotted Nate immediately. He was sitting at a corner table with Max, his golden retriever, whose tail wagged furiously. "Hey, you must be Shania. This is Max." Nate greeted her warmly. "Hi," she replied, trying to sound cheerful. "Oh, he's adorable. Such a good boy." She avoided eye contact with the dog, hoping her fear wasn't obvious. They settled into conversation, talking about everything from their favorite books to childhood memories. Shania found herself genuinely enjoying Nate's company. His laugh was infectious, and he listened to her stories with genuine interest. For a moment, she forgot about Max lying quietly under the table. "Max likes you," Nate said suddenly. "That's rare. He's a good judge of character." Shania forced a smile. "That's great to hear." A week later, Nate invited her to a dog park. Shania's first instinct was to decline, but she knew she couldn't keep up the charade forever. Armed with dog treats and tips from YouTube videos, she showed up, determined to fake her way through. The park was lively, with dogs running and playing everywhere. Shania's heart pounded as Max bounded toward her, ball in his mouth. He dropped it at her feet and barked expectantly. Good boy, Max," she said, hesitantly picking up the ball. Max barked again, louder this time, and suddenly jumped up, placing his paws on her shoulders. Nate rushed over. "Shania, are you okay?" She stepped back, shaking. "I'm sorry," she blurted out. "I'm not really a dog person. I'm actually scared of them." Her voice trembled as she confessed. "I lied because I didn't want you to lose interest in me." Nate looked at her, his expression softening. "You could have just told me," he said gently. "I know," she replied, tears threatening to spill. "I just didn't want to ruin things." Nate smiled, stepping closer. "Shania, I like you, not your relationship with dogs, though. Maybe we can work on that fear together." Shania stared at him, surprised. "You're not mad?" "No," he said, his voice warm. "Honesty's a good start, though." As if on cue, Max nudged Shania's hand, wagging his tail. Shania hesitated before reaching down to pet him. Her touch was tentative at first, but as Max leaned into her hand, she felt a flicker of confidence. "I'd like that," she said, looking up at Nate with a smile. Sometimes, love stories start with a lie. But for Shania, it was the truth, and the courage to face her fears, that turned her lie into a chance at something real. As Nate laughed and Max barked playfully beside them, Shania realized this might just be the beginning of her happiest story yet.